Hey, it's Eitan, welcome back to my channel. Today it is time for the ultimate pizza showdown. I am comparing thin crust New York style pizza to deep dish Chicago style pizza. I'll be making both, talking about the differences between the two, and then finally battling out which one is best. I do live in New York, so I might be biased, but I'm gonna try to be as factual and least biased as possible. So let's start out by making our deep dish dough. This is a super just classic pizza dough, but there's a lot of things that make these two pizzas different. They're both classics, they're both loved, but they're different. I'm gonna start out with my warm water in my stand mixer, and this starts out like any normal dough. I'm just gonna add in my yeast into there, and I'm going to add in my sugar, and we're just going to let that do its little magic and proof up together. Here I have some of my all-purpose flour. Into there, I'm just gonna add my salt and secret ingredient. This is our cream of tartar. Now, cream of tartar is one of the things that makes deep dish dough. It'll kind of make it less doughy, to be honest. You want it to be more like a pastry. That is what our little cream of tartar does. So just add that right in there and whisk that up until fully combined. Flour mixture straight into there. Get that all in there. I always make a mess when I do this, so I've recently changed to using a spoon to get it in instead of just dumping it. And of course I've still spilled, but you know what, we're gonna ignore that. Start mixing that up together with the dough hook attachment. Now, another thing that makes deep dish dough different is you want it to be like a really rich dough. So whereas my other dough that we're gonna be making for the thin crust is gonna have only 4 ingredients, this one has 6, and one of those 6 is some oil. Once it starts to come together, we're gonna stream this in. This will just really enrich that dough. Now I'm gonna slowly stream in our vegetable oil. Kind of mesmerizing. Now that's come together into a ball of dough, we're gonna let this knead for about 3 to 5 minutes to really build up that gluten. Looking good. Transfer the dough into a greased bowl or Cambro in this case, and we are now going to let this rise until doubled in size. And meanwhile, let's make the thin crust dough. It's thin crust time, not gonna lie. I'm a New Yorker well, am I a New Yorker yet? Can I call myself? No, I'm not a New Yorker. I currently live in New York for a reason. Not currently a New Yorker yet. Maybe in some years I might become one, we shall see. And the reason I love New York, for one of many reasons, is our pizza's good. So, my favorite, I'm going to just make ourselves some thin crust pizza. So I'm going to pour our warm water into the stand mixer, followed by our yeast, and we are going to cover this, just give it some privacy while it gets nice and bubbly. Bam! Now we're going to mix together our salt, all-purpose flour, give that a quick whisk. This is an awkward whisk. Okay, we're gonna whisk it awkwardly. All of that straight into our bowl and just mix that up with the dough hook attachment until it comes together into a ball of dough. Once it comes together into a ball, we're just gonna knead for about 3 to 5 minutes until it's nice and soft. Looking good. Whoa. Safety is the #1 priority. That didn't take me 2 tries, and we're gonna let this double in size. For tomato sauce, I'm gonna be doing 1 sauce for both pizzas. Why fix what isn't broken? So Marcella Hazan has one of the best tomato sauces of all time. She is an Italian food writer, so of course I'm just gonna, stick to what's great. And I'm purposely using a pot that's a bit bigger than I need, kind of higher. That'll, because it's bigger than I necessarily need, it will speed up the cooking time. And also, tomatoes like to bubble a lot, so this will just help us ensure that, most of it stays in there. The thing that kind of makes her sauce unique is the onions in there and butter. Instead of olive oil, she adds in butter. We're gonna add in some crushed red pep, dried basil, garlic powder in there, and we're gonna add in a pinch of sugar. Let's crack in some freshly cracked pepper and a little salt bay action on the sweater. So we're just gonna stir this up, and then we're going to cook this for about, let's say, 20 minutes, 25, 30 minutes, and then you're good to go. While this cooks, we are going to start making the deep dish, which means we gotta make the fillings or toppings. Well, if it's a dish, deep dish, is it called fillings? Is it called toppings? Let me know in the comments what you think. Oh, hello, are you enjoying pizza? Well, you may also, not may, I'm certain you will enjoy my debut cookbook, Eitan Eats the World. I wrote a cookbook. I know, it's crazy. You can purchase it now, pre-order, on EitanEatsTheWorld.com or everywhere books are sold. Barnes & Noble, Amazon. Wherever you like to get your books, you can pre-order. It is the #1 way you can support me and my work. So if you enjoy my videos, highly recommend pre-ordering Eitan Eats the World. I'm back. I've done some research, and they are called fillings, not toppings. A little interesting thing. So in our pan, we are going to heat up some olive oil, and we're just going to saute these veggies. We're doing a combo of some of these oyster mushrooms, some bell peppers, some onions, some garlic, some classics. Mushrooms into the pan, and let's just saute those up until golden brown. These are looking beautiful. Look at all that color we got on here. We're now just going to take these out, place them back in the bowl. Little bit more olive oil right into there. Onions, pepper, saute those up. These are looking nice and sauteed. Add in our chopped up garlic, followed by fennel, a very important flavor. Some crushed red pepper flakes, a little bit of salt all over the top, and of course, freshly cracked pepper. Mix that up and cook for about another minute. Woo! The pepper's in the nose. Feel the pepper. I don't know if it's a red chili flake up in the nose or it's black pepper, but there's pepper in the nose. Is there a piece of fennel in there? Transfer into the same bowl with our mushrooms. Stir this up, and let's start assembling our deep dish. Oh my God, I could eat this straight like this, but no, it's deep dish time. Let's assemble. We are gonna start out with our dough over here that has risen, and the trick to doing this correctly is just, over rolling it out a tad, because it will probably shrink. I mean, look how massive this deep dish pan is. So we need to be able to fill the bottom, fill up the sides, and maybe even have a little hanging off on there. So I'm gonna try to roll this out to a circle about like 16 to 17, maybe even 18 if I'm lucky. Well, this rolled out way easier than I anticipated. Let's now take our dough, and I'm going to transfer it into our pan. Quite an extensive transfer process into there. And you also want to be able to basically have a little bit overhanging on the sides, because that will then help make sure that it, stays together. Whole milk mozzarella to line the bottom of our pizza. So you want to almost kind of just do this as if you're laying down like bricks or rocks for your front garden pathway. Now we're gonna put on our veggies. Pour on the special sauce all over the top. Parmesan time. You want a nice hunk of parm. You know it's good when you see that crystallization forming in there. That's parm's way of letting you know it's the real deal. Grate our parm all over the top. It's a good way to get your aggression out if you have some of it. I don't have that much. Brush the crust with olive oil. Let's just get nice and crispy crust. Deep dish is assembled. Let's grab our deep dish. Ooh, that's a hefty pizza. Wow, you can feel the weight. And we are going to pop in the oven. My oven is preheated to 425 on convection, and I'm popping it in the oven right above a baking sheet because there are holes on the bottom of this deep dish pan. And we are just going to now bake this for about 20 to 35 minutes, 25, 30, somewhere around that. Just until it is golden brown on the outside, fully cooked, cheesy, delicious pizza. I'm simply excited. Thin crust time. This is honestly where I feel the most comfortable. This is what I've done the most. I'm gonna take my dough that I've just halved, and you just wanna kind of stretch it out to be a nice round dough. Of course, my dough right now wants to be very oval. No, please don't do that. Grab a pizza peel, and we are going to take semolina flour and just sprinkle it all over the pizza peel. You really just want to make sure you get nice coverage. This is going to be what allows you to slide it off the pizza peel. Now, I am firing up my pizza oven outside. Currently, I have a wood-fired pizza oven, but of course, you can also do this in your home oven. Now, I'm just going to transfer our dough straight from here onto the peel. We're gonna grab some of our sauce that we made earlier and just spoon that on here. Spread. You want to make sure you do not use nearly as much as we did on our deep dish. Because of the type of oven I'm using, I can use fresh mozzarella. It will just get hot enough to really kind of melt it, get nice and bubbly. But if you're using a home oven, I do honestly recommend using whole milk mozzarella. It has less water content in it. It'll just result in better pizza. Let's head upstairs. It is time to place this in the pizza oven. I'm out here. It is currently 22 degrees, feels like 14. Let me tell you, it feels like 0 out here. Now, over here I have my pizza oven that I've been heating up. This is a wood-fired pizza oven. Let's just take a peek inside, get a little temp of the oven. What are we at? We are currently 6 270 degrees Fahrenheit. So it's it's hot, you could say that. The plan is you want to slide it in as easily as possible. So we're going to open this up, take our pizza, slide it all the way to the back, get it down on there. Oh, beautiful transfer, might I say. It is literally going to take about 30 seconds per side. That is it. So we can just wait. Oh, look at that, look at that. Incredible. We have that side nice and baked. We're gonna give that a little 180 and back into the oven. All righty, let's check on it. All right, it can use a little more time. Hypothermia might be setting in right now. Dun, 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 dun. Nope, not yet. Dun, 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 dun. Mildly burnt pizza. Hear me out. The burnt adds a little flavor. I am freezing. Let's go back to the kitchen. Let's grab this out of here. All right, this looks delicious. It does look like my crust is a little bit wrong, but you know what? I'm gonna remain optimistic. I think this will still be a delicious pizza. The pizzas are in front of me, and this is quite a feat. I'm gonna start off with the thin crust. You know, I'm currently in New York, so I figured I will represent. Cheers, let's give it a try. I love it, I simply love it. Time to cut into the deep dish. Now, this one, I'm not thrilled how my crust is looking here. I thought it'd be a little puffier, but nonetheless, I am still remaining optimistic, and I'm very excited to try this. So, let's just, you know, cut into here. Whoa, look at that cheese pull, look at that cheese pull, the cheese is pulling. It was a short-lived cheese pull, but it pulled. Should I eat this on a plate? Well, clearly, I am not a Chicagoian. Is that what they're called in Chicago? Chicagoian. Does one eat this with a fork? You can, that's what I'm gonna do. Cheers, let's give it a try. Oh. Don't mean to offend you, New York slice. I love it. I'm currently thinking, this is a stressful decision. Let's do the lay of the land. Thin crust pizza, I love. It's nice and thin. You can just, you know, hold a little slice in your hand, pop it in, eat it, chew it, it's nice and chewy. Chicago, on the other hand, they know what they're doing as well. That crust is still really delicious. That cheese on the bottom is super pulley and cheesy. The filling is just packed with flavor. The sauce on top, I mean, I don't have children, but this is like picking children. They're both delicious, but I guess the final verdict is, if I picked one, I'd be lying. I love them both. It's kind of like Cardi and Ernie. This is my go-to summer pizza. This is gonna be my new go-to winter pizza. You heard it here first for many reasons. One, I don't wanna go outside. It was cold. This one, I can make fully inside. That's it. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, be sure to hit the like button. Comment down below, what is your favorite type of pizza? Are you thin crust? Are you thick crust? Are you from New York? Are you from Chicago? I wanna hear. If you want the recipe, it's on eitanbernath.com. And subscribe for more videos. I post videos every Tuesday and Thursday, and I want you to be here with me to have fun in the kitchen. I do. If you need me, I'm just going to enjoy my my pizza. I'm just gonna do that. Wow.